Welcome to the Green Onions Podcast, where we throw out nonsense
and a whole lot of sense
and a whole lot of laughter. I am Common Sense Girl.
And I'm Noah. How are you doing today?
Good, you? Oh my God.
Not like completely disregarding that we just had a 50-minute conversation.
Yeah, what's 50 minutes?
What's 45? What's 50 minutes? What's an hour and 15?
Time.
It's relative.
Yeah.
And it's cyclical in nature, which is odd.
Yeah, so why you making a big deal of 50 minutes of hogposh?
Wow, before a minute's up, we've already got on the subject of time. That's crazy.
I don't know why he's looking at the time, but he is.
It's the mental clock. It's
the mental clock.
That's always running.
Your mental clock, bless it, babe.
My clock is mental.
I can't. Not today, son.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Nobody.
Might be a bullwinkle. I don't know why, but it sounds like that's a bullwinkle.
Okay, can I bring up a point? Why'd we cancel Peppy Le Pew? I loved that dude, man.
I didn't know he was so weird. Till now, why he get canceled?
He got okay. So there was this really funny image I saw. There was this movie with Brendan Fraser, and it was Looney Tunes Back in Action, and it was like the real life version of the Looney Tunes. And I looked it up on IMDb because I have it on DVD, and I pulled it out of my attic. As opposed to moving my roommate's shit into where it needs to be, I'm pulling out DVDs of old movies I used to watch, and it was Looney Tunes Back in Action, and Brendan Fraser is the main character.
Yeah,
and so it was so funny because he has a guest role in it, and then it sent me on this rabbit trail of why'd we cancel Peppy Le Pew? And then it was funny because I looked up Peppy Le Pew on Google at work. And there was a in memoriam of Peppy Le Pew where it said 1942 to 2021 or some shit. And it was something that should be put on a tombstone. And then it said well, now we... And it was one of his catchphrases. And I was like, oh my God, they really did a cartoon drawn character that dirty. They killed that poor little skunk who was just trying to find love.
Yeah.
But he probably was creepy, if we think about it.
But they all are.
They all are.
I
miss Peppy.
Elmer? Creepy.
Elmer's weird.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's somebody's stalker. Or a serial killer.
Bugs Bunny's stalker.
Or a serial killer.
Well, yeah, of bunnies.
I mean, who the hell is carrying a gun that all the time? He's
and Bugs Bunny is the only one that knows how to evade him. He wouldn't get that mad if he didn't have a successful kill ratio.
He wouldn't.
So Bugs Bunny being the one that just can brush him off his shoulder and be missed, motherfucker.
And he's a short little fat dude. So I'm how are you running after this damn rabbit?
Most rabbits aren't bugs.
No.
It's kind of like Fantastic Mr. Fox, which is in my top 5 of all time movies. I find it along the way. My top 5 is more of a mental recalibration.
Interesting.
All right, should I start?
Yes, you can put a little wisdom on the life.
All right, so today is from the Daily Stoic, by obviously the legendary Ryan Holiday.
He's been around a while.
It being...
Ryan Holiday.
April 18th. Yep. Opinions are what is bad luck? Opinion. What are conflict, dispute, blame, accusation, irreverence, and frivolity? They are all opinions. And more than that, they are opinions that lie outside of our own reasoned choice, presented as if they were good or evil. Let a person shift their opinion only to what belongs in the field of their own choice, and I guarantee that person will have peace of mind, whatever is happening around them.
Oh, your day's gonna kill us.
Oh, shit. He said it to me yesterday on the phone. A picatus. A picatitis. A
You
discourses.
said it wrong so often to the point, like...
I think it's just a bit at this point in my mind, but to everyone else, it's like, he's dumb. Okay, so Ryan Holiday, opinions. Everyone's got one. Think about all the opinions you have about whether today's weather is convenient, about what liberals and conservatives believe, about whether so-and-so's remarks is rude or not, about whether you're successful or not, and on and on. We're constantly looking at the world around us and putting our opinion on top of it. And our opinion is often shaped by dogma, religious or cultural, entitlements, expectations, and in some cases, ignorance. No wonder we feel upset and angry so often. But what if we let these opinions go? Let's try weeding out, cutting, or knocking out them out of our lives that simply are not good or bad, not colored with opinion or judgment, just are. So that's cool. It's done and seen. Did I get through it? Did anybody hear that?
No. Heard it. But if only we all felt that, like, really, like, mentally, physically, like, just believe that. Like, it's true, but think about it. You do sometimes take, not just you in particular, but just people in general. Every blue moon, there's that one opinion that just kind of, it's not that it's the end of the world, but for some reason it means a lot to us.
Yeah.
Or it bothers us. It's like, why do they think that way about me?
I think to me, there's this weird perspective where everybody has opinions. They're like assholes. Mm-hmm. Right? There's that saying. Mm-hmm. And that when we were talking about the reading that we were going to do, we said that joke as kind of a riff. But it's more of like, I think a lot of stuff is like centralized and based around ego, to where it's like, why do people think that opinion matters? Like, there's so many opinions, and there's so many people saying words, and there's so many people just shouting it from the rooftops as loud as possible, to where it drowns out the noise of the street traffic below. Mm-hmm. So collectively, if we're all on the rooftop, can we just start yelling at each other? Nobody gives a fuck what you have to say. Go enjoy your night.
That'd be nice.
It'd be nice to believe that mentally as people.
But in this society, that's not how it works. And that's why we have so many people, not just kids.
Well, fuck this society. What if I want to live that way?
They're killing themselves because of someone's opinion.
That's true.
Which is, it's really sad. Like, I don't know why Billy Bob's opinion matters, and they got
Billy Bob.
And they got 4 fucking toes and 3 on the other hand. Like, I don't know why your opinion should matter to me.
Yeah. Who
is a full body, has all my toes, no extra ligaments or anything. But it sometimes just do. And those opinions, especially when these kids and adults are on social media and they're getting ragged on constantly by people with opinions, all these opinions, and they feel shitty about themselves, and then they're just like, well, I must be a shitty person. No, you're not a shitty person, because that motherfucker said they are 1 out of a billion people. Like, very small percentage. But you're giving them so much space in your life. If only.
I don't, like...
It's the way our world runs.
Space in life is funny. Because time and space. We started this podcast talking about time. Time and space is where we exist, right? Mm-hmm. So to quintessentially think that it's boiled down to just like, oh, they're living rent-free in your head. No, we choose Like, how much percentage of our brain do we access every day? 14%?
Yeah,
Something like
lot.
ridiculously small. We choose the neural pathways we want to open up. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people choose the easiest route. And then that's why it's difficult to have a conversation with somebody that did choose the easiest route that day, as opposed to understanding the struggle in somebody's eyes, because you don't even have to have a conversation with the person that didn't choose the easiest route, because you can already see it in their face. And then that's when productive conversation happens. I think. Because opinions are like assholes, and everybody's got one.
Yeah, allegedly. Unless yours got sewed up. You know?
Unless
Unless it got sewed up.
unless you got hemorrhoids or some dumb shit. I don't know.
Well, you better take care of the hemorrhoids.
Yeah. I don't have that. I just said it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, ugh.
Am I going off topic again?
No,
Did I not answer the question?
No, you're still there. You're still in topic.
Okay, because everybody, audience, listeners, Anna went on like a whole tyrant.
He do, and he just slides into so effortlessly, and I be holding up all my air traffic controllers up here, and he just is.
I'm really trying, and I think I did well with that, because like consciously, as I go on these rambles, it's funny because like as I put all those words together, like back to back to back in what I was just saying, I sit there and think, okay, this is going somewhere. Like I see this like making a sentence that's functional, and like and like it's cool because I love practicing that like in this environment with you, because it's a very cool experience. Even though I set up all this shit. Hold on. No, let me get on my own dick for a second. No.
He plugs in a few mics. Good for you.
Look at the room.
Okay, the room has nothing to do with
Ambiance.
because the room was gonna be set up anyways.
The vibrification. The vibrification.
The vivification, not the feng shui.
Let's talk to Merriam-Webster about making a new feng shui and it being vibrification.
Vivification. For some reason, that can go so many
It works.
ways.
Vibrification?
Vivification.
Oh, it could be vibration and also just, oh, that vibe is dope, bro. Oh, yeah, dude. It's the vibrification, dog.
70s show.
Like when they're all smoking in the circle and the camera's whipping around. Damn, vibrification is a fucking cool word, man. Shit.
I wonder, what does it mean?
You know, like when the feng shui is just like a vibe. Okay. I think we have a question.
Nah, it's not a question. It's like a fill in the blank.
We have a caller. We have a caller.
Caller one, are you there? Hi,
Yeah.
this is Pizza. And
This is Domino's, and you said you wanted something. Like, why are you calling me like that?
So, this is a fill in blank. So, at your funeral, how do you hope to be described? I guess that's not a fill in the blank the way I just said it.
Dependable.
Mother ducker, get out of my head. That was
Wait,
my
did you
exact
really?
word. Yes.
No way.
Shoot.
We didn't even. I had a whole joke word.
Yeah, you had a whole nother word. You were sticking with it. You were like, oh, we're going there.
I wanted to be funny, and then you said it, and I was just in.
Damn it.
No, I can change mine.
No, you got it. You got it. Because your other word might not be the greatest, so we're just going to stick with that.
Do you want me to go on an explanation while you think about what your words wants to be?
Yes, there we go. Responsible. Thank you, little co-baby producer.
Dependable and responsible. That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Dependable, responsible, phenomenal. I sound like Eminem.
You kind of do.
I
Like,
know.
I don't know why.
He just put big words together and talked about awful things. And wait, he's one of the greatest of all time? Fuck out of here. Walk out the door.
You remember how we talked about you going on a tangent? There we go.
Yeah, that was almost.
You were doing so good. And then he just made you mad all of a sudden. Short people.
Because they're not me.
I'm like, it didn't take long.
But Eminem is short.
And
Though,
you took yourself there. No, he really is short.
I know.
I think he's
That's
like,
an awfully hot coffee pot. Motherfucker, shut the fuck up. You short
he's
ass.
a little bit taller than Lil Wayne. I mean, he's taller than Lil Wayne.
But I respect Lil Wayne so much more.
Lil Wayne's only 4'2".
Lil Wayne only just has bad aim. Ooh.
He said bad aim, and there was a couple of ways we could have went with it. We just gonna let him.
Okay. Wait, okay, so I was dependable and you were responsible. How do you miss that close? No, okay. Yeah, I just like as a man and as in the therapy I've been having, you switching gears. What's that thing on the train track that people had to pull to like shift the tracks? That was what I just did in my head mentally. I do want to be like a dependable person, and like in the day and age where stuff is so easy all the time.
You don't think you're dependable now?
I think I lose the dependability on myself in giving the dependability to other people, to where when I lay down at night, I might feel as if I kind of let myself go to the wayside.
Okay.
Does that make any sense?
Yes.
Possibly.
I hope the people on the other side of the mic feels like it made sense.
No, other side of the mic, let me clarify. Just when you give so much to where yourself might have felt neglected, and that feeling of emptiness that you didn't water yourself as much as you should have. Better?
Yeah.
Okay. And you were responsible, so why'd you say responsible?
Well, I mean, I feel like I'm pretty dependable, loyal, responsible all at the same time, all the time. I don't really have a moment where, because I think it's kind of cool that you're a normal 25-year-old. Just like I think our baby co-producer is a normal 21-year-old. Like, y'all get to literally be, yeah, she a little weird.
I'm about to roast. No, I'm kidding. No,
but y'all get to not have all these extra worries. I feel like when I was y'all's age, I had all these extra worries. And honestly, I don't even want to say I had extra worries, but I've always felt I had to be dependable, responsible, just constantly. And I don't know if others see that. Like, if something goes awry, who do you call?
Awry.
Yeah. So it's kind of
not
like...
array. Hold on. Pronunciation. No, it's...
We know how to spell the word, that's all that matters.
Array. Awry. It's awry. No, it ties into what we were talking about the shouting on the rooftop. Mm-hmm. And I think us growing up in that, like, everybody shouting on the rooftop all the time. You did not grow up that way? Like, with it being in your pocket all the time, I mean. So, like, growing up that way with everybody shouting on the rooftop, sometimes you just want to buy some land in Oklahoma and just fucking not hear people shout, and maybe walk outside, look up, and see the stars.
That'd be really nice. They like to have tornadoes, though, so I'm not sure.
I don't care.
That.
I'm in.
And they have a whole bunch of flies.
We have tornadoes here.
Yeah, they have a whole bunch of mother ducking flies. I'm like, have you ever been to Oklahoma?
No. But I'm
Okay.
so down to buy some land there.
Good. Okay. Well,
Like a
I'm not ever
ranch
coming
or
to see
something.
you because I'd be like, what in the Samuel L. Jackson is? Why is there flies in the middle of the store at the
All
Walmart?
right, what's the next question? We're not talking about
I don't
flies
know.
at the Walmart in Oklahoma that we've never been to.
I actually have been to it. That's how I
Have
know.
you really?
Yes, and literally.
Is it dry? It was either Oklahoma, Arizona, or as a throw-in, Gatlinburg. I was looking at land there too. Never mind. Just what?
Okay, so I got the Oklahoma and the Arizona, how that could potentially be up there, but I'm like, Gatlinburg, you went. That was a whole nother.
Well, Appalachian Mountains and it being like haunted all the time and just having a cabin out there, that would be so nice.
It's pretty haunted here where we're at now.
Well, like dream location. Like summer, I want to live on the beach. Winter, probably a cabin.
Okay.
And just like a fire running always, and I gotta chop wood. That would be awesome.
Right. You're just literally one.
No,
step
I want to
from
do
it.
it like the old people did.
Because that's really what's going to happen. You're gonna be like, listen,
Exactly.
I'm going to run the heater. Like, I'm not chopping nothing. This
I
is
would
not
do it.
Alaska. And I'm not going there to retire.
That's weird though, because I bring that up, and my grandfather, who had his birthday recently, he like, when we lived with him for a short period of time with me growing up, he would like, I'm not gonna expose him like that, but he would just like, it was a wood fire like in Pennsylvania, so he would chop the wood, and like he would wake up at like 3 a.m.
Oh, gosh.
and just start putting the wood he chopped earlier in the day in the wood fire. And just, he would lay right by it and just stare. And I remember being a kid, like walking, because the staircase was behind. And I would just like sit at the top step and be like, what the fuck is he doing?
He's like enjoying life.
And he's like, motherfucker, this house needs to be hot. And I'm doing it for you right now, but you won't understand until you're 25 sitting in a chair that's air conditioned.
Literally. And we live in Pennsylvania. Can't get any. It's cold. Oh my gosh.
Freezing. I remember walking to school when that shit was. Okay, what's the next one? Sorry.
He sound like an old man right there. I remember. You remember you gotta walk up the dang on block? Like, no, bro. I walked 45 miles.
No, me and my sister, we rode the bus, and like down here they'll cancel snow for a sprinkle in the sky. In Pennsylvania,
yes.
the snow's 3 feet high, and me and my sister are waiting out by the bus stop, and my dad hasn't pulled off because he's waiting for the bus to pull up and see if we're safely on it. But we're waiting in the fucking cold, and the snow is up to my fucking titty. And now I'm just like, wait, it's cold. And then we're sitting on the bus, and the windows are down because the exhaust doesn't fucking work. And there's weird kids that are playing fucking, I don't know, some song that I don't like. And now, like, and they're throwing shit at other kids, and it's like, what? It's 20 degrees.
This is
Why are you throwing shit?
This is why he goes to therapy. This right here. That whole scenario just got him all fired up.
Okay, what's the next question? I'm sorry.
Um,
I loved that though because it brought me closer to my sister. Because she
you gotta have choice. Y'all had to warm up next to each other.
Well, yeah, she was like, I think that's why she always knew what I was going through all the time.
Yeah, she's like, you cold right now? I got you.
Oh, you're pissed off about what's going on? Or not even pissed off. I don't think I discovered the pissed off feeling until I was a teen. We're not getting into that right now. What's the next question?
What family or school rule would you most like to
You
change?
start this one off because I'm on a...
So, our baby co-producer and I were talking about how we think they should bring spankings back into school. I don't think kids should be abused, but there's that one little motherfucker in that classroom of 32 damn students, my kid being one of them, that needs a little tap tap. They gonna act a fool? Let me meet you where you at. You act a...
It's not gonna happen now. It's not gonna happen though. Like, are we gonna talk about like real world? like the tap tap needs to happen, and I agree. But
tap
with the
tap needs to
progression
happen.
of shit, it's not going to. So like, what's
We
an
need
actual
prayer.
logical answer?
No, that's my only logic I got right now.
Okay.
Because you are gonna touch on what your
Maybe.
No, you will. No, you will. It's
Okay.
cool. I'm gonna let you roll with it because you in it to win it, and I completely agree with that part. And I'm not sure if that's gonna happen either, because clearly we in a world they don't even know how to balance no fucking checkbook. Clearly,
No, but they're not.
They can't even write in cursive.
They're not getting the tap tap in at home. They're not getting it at school.
The way this world is going and the way these little mofos be acting, you right, they won't get a tap tap with a ruler. They're gonna get pop 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 pop. Because the teacher's only gonna deal with so much. Because that's what's been going on right now in schools is they want or teachers or school boards or whatever, they're trying to basically see if they'll allow a teacher carry a gun. Some teachers are just as crazy as the damn students. I think a gun is a little bit much, but I do understand that there's school shootings as well.
What happened to like? I have a different perspective. Prefacing what I'm about to say with this, just because both of my parents were teachers and they were very good. So you gotta nurture an environment to learn. So like fundamentally, top down, it's even at any corporate job or any business or fucking anything. It works top down. Mm-hmm. Like, you have to nurture the environment. You have to water the soil for the thing to grow. Fucking the sky rains on trees and then it makes it down to the root. And that thing is like, okay, I'm going to try to grow. Mm. And just apply that to anything. Especially schools. Because that's our youth. That is the soil. Those kids are the future. And just like if my Rain or son had a gun, no. It's just going to make it worse. I'm happy I'm the age I am now, where I'm not there and I don't have to deal with it. But it's terrifying for me to like reach, like hit that subject. Like obviously I have a different perspective, but like I got home and I learned shit. I went to school and I learned shit because I learned from home how to learn shit. People don't want to learn shit anymore. They just watch shit.
Well, heck, the parents ain't doing their job half the time. And that's why we have so many.
Because they're so consumed with themselves because they're screaming from the top of the rooftop.
Yeah. And that is why we have so many issues in the schools. So that's why I'm like, okay, the teachers may need to rat-tat-tat a little hand, get them with a ruler. Do I think the teachers, hell, I don't even think the students need a gun, but I definitely don't want the teachers to have one because you're going to get that teacher that's being poked too much.
Actually, I'm changing. I'm changing my point. And we need to raise the wage for teachers because people that are actually qualified to teach
the wage.
Yeah,
just make sure.
Because the people that are actually qualified to understand a room of children now are not going to put themselves in a room full of children. They're going to go on Zoom and get a bunch of adolescent adults and do therapy for them. That's where all the good teachers went because they were like, I'm not putting myself in a room full of erratic kids. I know too much about psychology. It's all gatekeeping. So if we raise the wage to the average psychologist for teachers, for our soil, that is my answer. Raise the wage because the youth is going to kill this place.
Well, good luck on raising that wage.
It's not. I already know. But I want to get this on wax because I said it. And everybody's going to be, he was right. Oh, shit. When the world's fucking burning And
it's technically burning down. We got a lot of DEI issues now.
Exactly. So I'm good.
We already burning, honey. We already burning. We started burning what was it? When was our inauguration? January something?
I'm not getting on that. I'm not touching that with the 10-foot pole. We burned when
COVID hit? I didn't burn.
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole either. What's the next question?
In order of importance.
I'm going to try to focus on stuff I care about, like the youth and that's fucking.
But all that affects everything.
Literally, politics is Kim Kardashian for like keeping up with the Kardashians for people that just want to numb their mind. Politics is literally the 60-year-old version of brain rot. Is that a hot take? I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But I'll worry about it later. Right.
Politics is brain rot, though. Okay, what?
Politics ain't
like
politics
everybody looks at Instagram and like, oh, you're viewing SpongeBob edits, and I'm like, motherfucker, you listening to fucking James Earl Jones or whoever the fuck is on whatever political podcast being like, wow, he said some shit that's really impactful.
I just want to let the viewers know we do know James Earl Jones have passed. We are very aware. I just want everybody to know. So don't worry if you have heard him on a political podcast. They lied. It ain't
I
him.
want to get ahead of this right now. I am sorry. I'm sorry, James Earl Jones. I respect you. I know you're not a politician, and I think I was confusing you with something Pierce. So I'm sorry, James Earl Jones. It's just, I loved you in Darth Vader, the movie. All right, what? Oh shit.
Okay. In order of importance, how would you rank happiness, money, freedom, and love?
Do you want me to go first?
Mm-hmm.
Can you repeat the 4 words, not the question?
Happiness, money, freedom, love.
Money last, love first, freedom second. What's the third one? Happiness.
My money is definitely last. Love and happiness for me is like number 2. Because I feel like if I'm happy...
Well, that's what I just said, though. Didn't I?
No. But, but if I'm happy, I will give love and feel loved and vice versa.
But happy's fleeting. Happiness is fleeting.
Listen, I'm telling you, for me, how you gonna try to change me?
I'm not trying to change you.
But I'm just saying, like, for me...
I'm trying to reason what I said.
You already said you. You ain't got to reason what you said. You stand on you.
I am. Okay. I said money last.
Yes, money's definitely last.
Freedom, love. Freedom and love is such a cool... Yeah, money and happiness, those are the most monetary and fleeting things, I think, in that list.
Money's last, but the thing for me...
When have you ever felt free?
Well,
that's a feeling I don't think anybody's felt ever.
Okay, so me.
In tax season, we're going to discuss freedom. Really?
I didn't get taxed. I got money back. But listen.
Yeah, no. I got $4.
What the hell are you doing?
Nothing.
I was like, what are you doing? You got $4. But there's freedoms, even in this day and age, that people like me don't have. Legally, yes. On paper. But it is disguised. Our freedoms are taken away in some of the craziest ways. And sometimes we don't even notice it until shit pops off and we're like, what? And then we try to make it seem like it's a brand new thing. I don't want to get into politics thing or even the civil
I'm
arrest.
not trying to be insensitive to that.
But
I just think
so I can't really say that's
fleeting,
my number one.
Fleeting and root wise. Like if we're talking about watering something and it grows. Happiness is an extent of watering something. Money is an extent of watering something. What do you water that with? You need to let somebody think they're free. And you need to let somebody, what's the other word?
Love.
Think they're loved. You water people with freedom and love. And then the other two things grow.
Yeah, but we need to first
Get in the rigmarole of the bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
So.
All right, are you closing us out?
Money's definitely last. Definitely.
Money, it's going to come and go either way.
We all know that, money is what, the root of all evil?
Yep.
Take that out of her check.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
That dumbass Samsung. I swear to God.
That is our least worry. It's not the Samsung. It's the homeless guy. It's not the Samsung.
Mm.
Oh, Lord. Wait, hold on. There's more apples in the world.
All right, everybody. I'm gonna go pee, and Anna's gonna close us out. It was a pleasure listening to you.
That was very interesting.
Well, I've had to pee for the last 20. Maybe that's why I'm so irritated.
Is that what it is?
All right, no, I don't know.
Okay. So, we will put a little wisdom on it, or put a little love on it, put a little something on it.
Put a little oof.
Oof. This is our sit on it segment. And I will be reading to you from the Book of the Awakening by Mark Nepo with a foreword by Jamie Lee Curtis. The life of a caretaker. Accept this gift so I can see myself as giving. I have been learning the life of a caretaker is an addictive as the life of an alcoholic. Here the intoxication is the emotional relief that temporarily comes when answering a loved one's need. Though it never lasts in the moment of answering someone's need, we feel loved. While much good can come from this, especially for those the caretaker attends, the care itself becomes a drink by which we briefly numb a worthlessness that won't go away unless constantly doused by another shot of self-sacrifice. It all tightens until what others need is anticipated beyond what is real. And then, without any true need being voiced, an anxiety to respond builds that can only be relieved if something is offered or done. At the heart of this is the ever-present worry that unless doing something for another, there is no possibility of being loved. So the needs of others stand within reach like bottles behind a bar that try as he or she will. The caretaker cannot resist. I have experienced this even in the simple issue of calling a loved one while away from home. Even when no one expects to hear from me, I agonize over whether to call, often unable to withstand the discomfort of not registering some evidence of my love. I will end up going to great lengths to call. In truth, caretaking, though seeming quite generous, is very self-serving, and its urgent self-centeredness prevents a life of genuine compassion. In all honesty, to heal from this requires a rigorous program of recovery as alcoholics enlist, including sponsors who will love us for who we are. Within oneself, The remedy of spirit that allows for true giving resides somewhere in the faith to believe that each of us is worthy of love, just as we are.
Well, that's kind of crazy it tied in. I'm back from peeing also. It's kind of crazy that tied in. Love. I think love's one.
You think love's one?
No, love is the top of the list of the four.
Yeah.
I know love is first and I know money's last.
We don't live in a world of love. If we did, we wouldn't have so many wars.
I can live my life with love.
I mean, me can. I can't too. Me can. But.
Because the world's going to keep doing what the world does. Mm-hmm. But my little subsect of life and generality and just whatever's there, if I lead with love, I think I can sleep okay at night.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not going to change anything, but nobody Nobody has for the past 2,000 years. You know what I mean? Anybody that's led with love, you know. But I think I can sleep better at night if I do.
Yeah, I have guilty conscience syndrome, so I know I'm going to be being a good person.
Yeah,
I love everyone. I might not like their ways, but I love everyone. That's my little motto. I love everyone.
All right. Well, this was a beautiful, wonderful April night, I think. Yep. Yes. We're in April.
Like we've been on stuff.
And thank y'all for listening. If you got this far.
Yeah.
Do I have to sign off anything at all, or do you want to take over the wheel?
If you're new, thank you for joining us. And click like and subscribe and send it to your friends and family. Bye.